to NVIDIA, guys. So in my sentiment, guys, and just a disclaimer, I am a long-term investor in NVIDIA, right? I picked up my latest shares over at $114, right, at these main lows, okay? So I'm a long-term investor into NVIDIA, but I just want to sort of warn you guys that this formation that I'm seeing, right, it's looking a bit topish to me, okay? It looks a little bit extended. It looks pretty choppy. And whenever you get sort of these types of formations, especially on the weekly time frame, guys, and on the monthly time frame, this isn't the best news. There's a bit of bullish momentum sort of waning down, a bit of lesser bullish momentum that I would love to see, right? Because typically uptrends, they like to keep uptrending very quick, very fast, very beautifully. Okay, when you start getting these choppiness, okay, that could signal to me that we're losing some bullish momentum here. So let me sort of give you my sentiment in terms of the worst case scenario. Okay, the worst case scenario is that we essentially have more upside here, okay, closer to essentially this top of the trend line, guys. So do you see this top of the trend line? If we cut across, all right, so that's sort of what I'm seeing in terms of the main resistance, okay? And if you take some inverse fib levels, right, let's take some entries from here up to that fifth, we do have a possible target taking spot around 180 for that pivot. Now let's also take it from this level here, as well as 165, guys. So 164, 165 to 181, guys. This is the main level that could pose a serious threat in terms of NVIDIA being able to push higher. Okay, that is just my sentiment. Of course, I've been surprised in the past where we could just shoot up like crazy, right? And just surprises everyone, and that happens. But I just want you guys to know if NVIDIA comes to this level and it starts to struggle a little bit, right? There's no volume. There's a bit of lackluster sentiment. This could be a time to start trimming out and maybe wait for a deeper dip, because there are going to be red days, guys, into the future, okay? To sort of pile back in, right? So if you're in around the 110, 114, 120 level, you could start trimming out at 164, 181, and then wait for that dip to come down and start slowly pushing back in, right? You just saved a lot of money. You made a lot of great profits, right? There's money to be made elsewhere in cleaner uptrends. Right now, this is really choppy to me, right? So just be mindful of sort of where you guys are in terms of this this structure, okay? If I take the inverse scale as well, this does look like a bottoming formation as well, guys, right? This looks like sort of a bottom formation that I typically see at bottoms of charts, right? Just to take the inverse, just to get my bias out of the way. Okay, so just be mindful where we are, and I still see us pushing a little bit through, right? We're still bullish on sort of the 4 to the 5, okay? But this might be a earnings lead up, okay? This might be an earnings lead up before maybe a slower guidance, maybe some not so great news on earnings. Who knows, guys? Who knows what could happen? Okay, but I just want to give my sentiment out there that, if you're a trader, you might want to trim profits. If you're a long-term investor, this shouldn't really matter, guys, right? Just have some extra cash just in case we start, dipping down a little bit more, closer to maybe, down here, right? Closer to, 113 to 91, all the way down to even 76. These are some great landing positions across NVIDIA here that could be a really great generational buy in the future.